How depressing is this, says Sana Alwan. She lives in the Palestinian town behind that fence, Sinjil, in the Israeli-occupied West Bank. Heavy steel gates and roadblocks seal off all but a single route in and out, guarded by soldiers in bunkers. Sinjil welcomes visitors, the sign reads. But one resident called the town a big prison, and it's not the only one.
Here is my house. Here is my house's entrance. They swept it and closed it from the first day of the war. It was a minute from here to my house. Now it takes me half an hour.
Israel's walls and checkpoints have long been part of life for the 3 million Palestinian residents of the West Bank. But many say they've increased dramatically since the war in Gaza and put towns and villages under permanent siege. Alwan is a personal trainer, and her drive to the gym in Ramallah used to be short. Now, with no way of knowing how long she'll be stuck at checkpoints, work has slowed because she can't promise to keep client appointments.
It used to take me 20 minutes to arrive to work. Now, if there are no checkpoints, it takes an hour. If there are checkpoints, between 2 to 3 hours to arrive, depending on the situation or which checkpoint is open and when.
The Israeli military said in a statement it erected the Sinjil barrier to protect the nearby Ramallah-Nablus highway, in light of what it called recurring terror incidents and to prevent stone throwing at a main route. It deemed residents' entry and exit through the single remaining entrance free access to the town. It's not just Sinjil. Further south near Hebron, taxi driver Samer Wazwaz says trips take 4 times as long. Drivers update each other on road closures by WhatsApp. Israel says its fences and barriers are to protect some 700,000 Jewish settlers in the West Bank, which it captured in a 1967 war. Most countries consider that to violate the Geneva Conventions, which ban settling civilians on occupied land. After the Hamas attack of October 2023, Israeli military earthworks blocked roads overnight. Heavy metal gates were installed and locked by the military at entrances to Palestinian communities, often leading to roads used by settlers. The military established even more permanent checkpoints, and so-called flying or temporary checkpoints appeared more frequently. This is the entrance to Jenin refugee camp, where tens of thousands of West Bank residents were displaced by an Israeli crackdown on militants earlier this year. This will not affect us. Nothing will stop us, says resident Mohammed Khawashin. Not gates, nothing, as long as we have faith in God and in our homeland. Israel says its settlements are lawful and justified by historic and biblical Jewish ties to the land. After decades during which Israel paid lip service to the prospect of an independent Palestinian state, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's far-right government now includes prominent settler activists, and they openly proclaim their aim to annex the entire West Bank.